This has truly been a significant experience for the Malaysia Bach Festival singers and orchestra, and an absolutely life-changing trip for many of us. It was our first international concert tour, and we got to perform at Bach's own St. Thomas Church, where he conceived, composed, and first performed many of these cantatas. Our performance took place during the renowned International Bachfest Leipzig, where some of the most prominent musicians and scholars were present at our concert. We would like to thank everyone who have supported us one way or the other in making this concert tour such a huge success. Whether you have been one of our major patrons, or perhaps this was the very first time you made a contribution to support Bachfest Malaysia. On behalf of our entire team, I would like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being an important part of this phenomenal milestone of the Malaysia Bach Festival Singers and Orchestra. Personally, I was extremely moved when I witnessed how our supporters, colleagues, friends, and family all came together to support us and rooting for us while we were embarking on this pilgrimage. We were welcomed so very warmly by the enthusiastic audience and community. We received an extended standing ovation after our debut at the St. Thomas Church and received a raving review by a renowned music critic in the newspaper only hours after our performance. We even made the headline of the Leipzig People newspaper and was featured in the MDR, one of the major public broadcasters in Germany. Many Germans have commented how they are amazed by the high-level performance delivered by our musicians, especially the clear German diction.
你们唱得这么好，而且你们是第一次来得这么远，唱得这么成功，恭喜恭喜恭喜大家，谢谢你们。
It's such an honor that you are part of the active Bach family performing here. You enriched not only the Bachfest a lot, but the entire Bach world.
One remark that I repeatedly hear from the audience is how they felt the joy and passion from our musicians in the performance, and how their energy moved the people who were in the same room with us. In addition to Leipzig, our members also visited Arnstadt, where we performed at the church where Bach held his first professional position. After a traditional Thüringer lunch, music director Jörg Redin provided us an exclusive organ tour in several other significant churches in the city. We also visited Bach's birthplace Eisenach and performed at the St. George's Church, where Bach was baptized and served as a choir boy. The director of the Bachhaus Eisenach, Dr. Jörg Hansen, gave us an educational and interesting tour of the museum, which ended with a recital featuring several historical keyboard instruments. Later on, we hiked up to the famous Wartburg Castle, where Martin Luther found his refuge and translated the Bible during the Reformation. Back in Leipzig, the Malaysia Bach Festival singers and orchestra also got to perform at the main train station. It was a very unique experience to share Bach's music with the public in this way. We also attended several concerts together. And sang chorales in the open-air backstage right at the market square. We also visited the home of composer Felix Mendelssohn Bartholdy, who began the 19th century Bach revival that lasted until this day. We got to perform in his living room, where he used to host the Sunday concert series. We were so happy to meet many Bach choirs from around the world in Leipzig, where we sang together and for each other. Many of our singers also had the privilege to sing in a special masterclass conducted by renowned Bach conductor Tom Koopman. Our members were given a special Leipzig city tour by students from the Leipzig University Musicology Department. To our supporters, you have not only allowed us to represent Malaysia, bringing our unique interpretation of Bach's music back to where it was first conceived, but also allowed our musicians to learn and grow and bond with each other from this very unique opportunity. Trying to promote Bach's music in Malaysia has always been a challenge, and it could get very lonely at times. But this trip has affirmed me once again that my existence as a musician, as a conductor in Malaysia, in this time of history, and how I felt in love with Bach are not coincidences and definitely not a mistake. After being with the Malaysia Bach Festival Singers and Orchestra for almost 2 weeks in Germany, and for the past 9 years since we established in 2015, more and more I understand that all that we have experienced, including the hardships we had to go through, have all been pure blessings. They are my privileges, my calling, and the very meaning of what I do. Happy birthday to you. I feel very moved how I could meet each of these musicians, these colleagues, these friends in this time of my life, and how we all have been able to achieve something so special and meaningful together. And performing at Bach's St. Thomas Church in the larger picture is just a cherry on top.